3, 2, 1, go.
Your intro.
There it is. Hello. There's
We definitely have the best intros in podcasts.
There it goes.
No rhyme or reason to it.
I have no idea how to get a theme tune in, so that's why we ain't got one. This will have to do at the moment. I was thinking about that earlier. At some point, getting a little thing.
We think about a lot of stuff, but we tend to
Just
do
don't
very
do any
little.
of it. That was as far as it went. I had about a 5-minute thinking session to myself, and then went, nah. But yeah. Hello everyone. Hope you're all right. It's Friday. There's fluff in my phone.
What episode is it?
46.
I'll check.
Is it 40? I think
Fill
it's
out the noise.
I think it's 40, I think it's episode 46. And then on our
it is. Well done.
On our exclusive Patreon, it will be episode 21, 22 today.
We've had another review on the stars on Spotify.
Oh, someone's given us the stars. Will they give us? Oh, you can't see, can you?
Well, our average is 4.8, so some cunts give us a fucking shit one.
Who's the motherfucker that didn't just put 5?
I know. What a
Come
dick.
on, man. And you know what's annoying is that it could have only been friends because there's very few reviews on that. So one of you dicks.
Yeah, it's 22. It's 22.
One of you's put fucking less than 5, you bastards.
Yeah.
We'll remember that. I think when you get to a certain point, you can see who it is that put what.
Well, you better hope that day don't come.
But we're here. It's a big old day. It's a big, big day.
I don't want to be here, if I'm honest.
No, I don't blame you.
I'd much rather be at home playing.
I think for today, this year, this is probably going to be the biggest day of the entire year in the gaming world.
It's definitely up there. It's one of them.
That and Starfield. Because I can't think of anything else that's coming out. Obviously, if you haven't clocked on, we're talking about
Final Fantasy next month. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, but they are big hitters.
Big motherfuckers. But if you haven't cottoned on, we're talking about Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
We're going to put in the title Zelda Tears of the Kingdom review, and we're not going to review it because no one's fucking played it.
Yep,
but we need to clickbait the shit out of it.
Yeah, because when we did this with Hogwarts Legacy, it was one of our most listened to episodes. So this is going to work in our favour.
Yep.
And the conversation ends there.
We should have said that at the end. Now they're going to stop listening.
Okay.
Well, we've got you listen now. We've got
You're
your
here now.
download, so it's too late.
So Steph's got the collector's edition turned up today. There was a little bit of a fright because it hadn't dispatched this time yesterday. So it was like, oh.
I was thinking about it today, and I want to ask, but I waited till this moment. Is she still following through with I'm not playing it till my birthday? Or is she all in now?
No, she's on it right now, bro.
Yeah.
I think she's on it right now.
I
It's
was
definitely
gonna
downloaded.
say, I don't know how you can do
but
that.
she finished Breath of the Wild.
She did it.
Yesterday?
Finally.
Day before?
She done the final mission.
She was literally fucking 20 minutes away from finishing it. It was great. I watched her do it. She was all happy. She had a fucking some contraption round her neck which holds the Switch right in front of your face. So she was just sitting there with the Joy-Cons, just messing around, so it was right there. Yeah, very, very gassed for her. And she said she likes the fact that, number one, it feels like it hasn't been such a big gap between Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom because she literally finished it yesterday. And she likes the fact that, obviously, as we all know, she doesn't like finishing things. And when you finish Breath of the Wild, obviously it ends, but it just takes you back to 15 minutes before you obviously do the last part. So she was she likes that because it feels like she hasn't actually finished it, even though she has. So very cool.
Yeah, I'm glad she's finished it, and I'm glad she's following through and playing it now, which I hope to be and wish I could be now. I did put the Switch on when I got in, made sure everything was downloaded. I bought the game. I actually bought it. I bought it from Argos for £50 sterling.
Yeah.
Which I feel's cheap.
You got it cheap, yeah.
Is it cheap?
Yeah. I feel I think it's a 60 odd quid game, isn't it?
Yeah, so I got it for 50 quid in Argos, and I was thinking about it on the way here. I only bought it physically because I feel like it's one of them you need to own physically.
Yeah.
And secondly, I believe this might be the first physical game I've bought since Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think I own one PS5 game, which is that.
Yeah.
Where just to have a PS5 game, I bought that.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
And I haven't bought a game since.
It's crazy because you don't need to. You don't need to anymore.
I know, but I feel like there's
isn't
games where
there.
you should own. Like I should own Ragnarok. I should own Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, but even I don't own Ragnarok. Think about that. Even I don't have it.
You should have. Look at the box
Of
the fucking shit came in. It's
you know
stupid.
what? Speaking of that, obviously Steph having the collector's edition, she opened it like in front of me. The attention to detail that Nintendo have put just into the boxes alone is so cool. Like even there's about 10 different fucking boxes in the collector's edition. It's a big edition. And when it looks like a big old Amazon box, and when you open it, it just looks like a bog standard box. But when you open it and it flaps open, there's a big old print of fucking Zelda of Link sitting there. With a load of shit like cool artwork inside the box, and then there's a collector's edition, and every single like standard cardboard box has these really cool artwork on the inside. So she's gonna cut that out and keep them. And yeah, that collector's edition looks very fucking cool. It has the game obviously inside the collector's edition, and then the actual steelbook. So you have the steelbook and the fucking game. Take note, please. Everyone else is doing a fucking collector's edition.
Has she licked it?
I haven't asked her, but I know she will have.
I'm gonna lick it when I go.
She 100% will have. She smelt the pins that come with it.
Yeah.
It looked like a very cool collector's edition. It had like a big magnetic like artwork thing, big old poster. It's cool shit, man.
Only Nintendo would make games taste like things. Why? Why do they do that?
To stop you from eating it.
Well, but if it tastes nice...
No, it doesn't taste nice.
It does.
No,
some of them taste like strawberries and shit.
It's not designed to taste nice.
Bro,
That's your taste buds are fucking...
No. Right, Google it now.
I promise you, they do it so that kids won't eat the fucking games. Or adults, apparently. They put that horrible coating on the pins so that when you lick it or when you put it in your mouth, it's like why they make antifreeze taste like shit. Because it looks nice and colourful and enticing for kids to drink.
Yeah, you're right. Mine tastes like strawberries. Is this the stuff that my mum used to put on my nails to stop me biting?
Yeah, I think it is.
And I used to just bite through it.
Yeah, it's very similar.
It's like, this is gross, but I'll get through it.
I was really bad for biting my nails, and my nana did that to me, and she'd give me a fucking ice lolly, and it all dripped down my fingers. I made the mistake of licking it all off.
Nice.
It was fucking grim.
Delicious.
You don't see that anymore, that shit.
Has she got a new Switch?
Yeah.
So does that mean you're having her old one?
Nah. No. That was never on the cards. That was never something that I was fighting for. She's got them all set up on her. Where the telly is, there's little compartments for all the consoles. And she had to take the Wii out of the slot that was under the Switch, because obviously now there's another Switch there. Are you taking a picture of my Uhtred?
Yeah, one of the geezers at work just watched Last Kingdom.
Oh,
He's a massive fan, so he'll be loving this.
Fucking send him a picture of the other side then.
Oh yeah, go on. What's that then?
It says,
I am Uhtred of Bebenberg, and I shall
take what is
mine. That's sick.
It's cool, isn't it?
I don't think you can see it like that. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's very cool.
Oh, that's a quick one while we're there. If you actually taking a picture of a signed Funko that I've got, I got quite into getting signed Funkos at the moment, and like the main group that I'm in is a group called Ink to Grails, and there's a guy that runs his whole thing is he gets loads of shit signed by all sorts of people, and I've started to get quite a collection from. I think all my signed Funkos bar one is from this person. So I said I'd give them a little shout out. They're called Ink to Grails, and then they've also got like a sister thing going on. I think it might be the same person, but if it isn't, forgive me. Called Woody's Memorabilia. But they do so much signed shit, and they have an auction on their Facebook group every day of loads of really cool shit. It's fucking sick. So yeah, if you want signed stuff, Ink to Grails on Facebook, get yourself over there, because there's some mental shit and they're rinsing my bank account dry. There's a shout out. Spilled coffee all down myself. But yeah. I think that this game's going to be mental.
Yes, I hope so. I was listening to a review on the way over, and I got about 5 minutes in and I turned it off. I was like, no, like, they just spoiled stuff straight away.
Well, they didn't without warning.
No, there's not really spoilers, but there's things I just didn't want to know, so I don't know. This is why I always used to watch reviews over and over and over again. Not the same ones, but before a game come out, if a review come out, I'd watch reviews. And a lot of the time, they're just like, oh yeah, we're not spoiling anything, but there's like 3 abilities in the game and blah-de-blah. And then you're just like, right, well, I know there's 3 abilities in the game. You know, that's a spoiler in itself.
Oh, yeah.
So now, after I got my 3rd ability, I know there's no more. Things like that. I know they don't mean to be spoilers, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, but that's still something interesting in it.
Exactly.
That ruins that bit, yeah.
So I just stopped watching or reading reviews.
You don't need to, though, because
you
got the game. You
yeah, I
find out for
know, but
yourself.
I'm just so excited. I just want to consume all information about it. So I started listening, and he said, "Oh yeah, the shrines are back in the game," and I fucking hate the shrines in Breath of the Wild. Like, I hate them, and I was hoping they weren't going to be in it, but they are, and that's just annoyed me. One, that they're in there because they're just boring, and there was about 200 of the cunts. Secondly, I didn't want to know. I wanted to discover that myself. And I was like, why am I doing this then? Turn it off, dickhead.
Yeah, but
So
they
I
might
turned
be
it off.
different, though.
Hopefully. But that's what I mean. I just turn it off. And I decided, as a homage to Steph, I'm going in with an open mind regarding weapon durability. I'm going to go in and give it another go with the weapons. I'm just going to go in and just, with clarity, and just think, right, it's not going to annoy me. I'm just going to get on with it.
You are aware that changing the weapon also resets the durability.
You mean, yeah, but that doesn't.
And then you can also, I didn't know this because Steph told me, you can tear down the weapons back to what they were to do something else to them or the same thing.
Well, we'll see, but
you see what I mean? So you can have the fucking stick with a rock on it.
None of it matters when you get the Master Sword anyway.
Take the rock off and then put another rock back on. I think it puts the durability back to whatever. I'd imagine with the rarer shit, you can't really do that.
We'll see. I'm going in with an open mind. I'm going in blind. I'm going in with no fast travel locked in my brain. I'm not fast traveling because I think these games are just designed to just go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the beauty of these games is you just go out and they go, here's the world, and you can. Because I already on Instagram earlier, I was just scrolling, and straight away it said you can finish Tears of the Kingdom within 5 minutes if you want, much like you could in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So you could just go straight to the boss. I was like, I didn't want to know that. You spoiled that. You dickheads.
I'm pretty sure, little handy tip. I could be wrong, but I can't remember where I read it. I think there's presets on the vehicles, so you haven't got to make a vehicle every single time. You know the clip where they made the boat and things like that, and the flying cars, all that type of stuff. I think there is a preset, like pre-made type thing, so that the options there if you don't want to have to make something every single time. I think I could be wrong. There could be people listening to this now going, "What the fuck are you on about? Shut up."
Yeah, that's the thing that worries me the most because I'm not a creative person. So when it comes to like,
I think that's why they may have done it if they have done it. Because I'm not fucking creative.
I see a tweet yesterday. Someone saying someone has already made like a dragon with a massive penis that pisses fire or something. I'm gonna find the tweet, but I'm not gonna click on the video because I want to discover it all myself. This is what I mean. This is.
Can you click on the video so I can see it?
No, I'll send it to you when I'm at home. So yeah, all these things I just want to discover myself. So I've stopped reading reviews and I'm just going for it, man. And the reviews have been absolutely fucking insane.
It has reviewed exactly how you would expect it to review.
Mm-hmm.
To someone like my favourite thing that I've read about it is just someone on Reddit saying there's a reason why this was being cooked in the oven for so many years, and that's it. It's like I like that.
Yes, it's just exciting, isn't it? I mean, what's it been? 6 years? Here it is. If you want to see Zelda Tears of the Kingdom robot with a fire-breathing dragon penis, here it is. So, you know.
Send that to me, I beg you.
Right, I'll send. It's a tweet, so I'm going to send you the tweet because I don't want to click on it because I don't want to see it.
I want to see the robot penis.
Leng Dog.
Is it Lengdog? Is that my Twitter?
No, I'm sending it to you via the WhatsApp.
What is my Twitter?
Stinky Log.
Oh, the stinky log. What is that picture?
So yeah, I'm very excited to get home and play it. I can't wait. I'm gonna stick my headphones on. I'm going to get a massive cup of coffee.
Watched it. That's fucking great.
Right, but the thing is, in Breath of the Wild, none of this sort of shit was in the game. Right?
That I'm telling you, you can watch that. That's not going to spoil a fucking thing.
I'm not doing it.
That's so good. That's so funny.
In Breath of the Wild, people were creating like flying platforms and stuff just through like the game's mechanics, but it was never like an intended mechanic, if you know what I mean. They literally discovered ways to get things in the air and then propel forward with them. It's fascinating. So obviously Nintendo have seen that and gone, that's fucking sick. You can do that in this game we've created. Guarantee they'd never thought that sort of shit would happen. So like, why not actually just make that a feature? So they've done that.
Yeah.
And it looks very fucking interesting how you do it. But like I say, my worry is I'm not creative enough, and I get frustrated with things like that, where I'm just like, I build something, so I spend fucking 20 minutes building something, and then it just doesn't work, and it fucks up, and I fall and drown, and it just annoys me, because for me, time is precious, because 20 minutes in an evening wasted is quite a bit of game time to lose.
Yeah.
Whereas I haven't got that 20 minutes to just fuck about and practice. So I'm going in with an open mind. I'm going in to enjoy it, and it's going to be one of them games where I'm hoping it just takes me 100 hours and I just enjoy it, because the good thing is a gift and a curse with Zelda to me is I'm not really too bothered about the story. So in terms of like story spoilers, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not bothered about catching thumbnails. What will annoy me is, oh, look at this secret loot in this cave that you've missed. I've already unsubscribed from someone on YouTube because yesterday, before the game had even come out, someone's that I subscribed to, thumbnail and title was exploring the fucking something island shrine thing. And I was just like, the game's not even out yet. Like, you're spoiling key features, places, names, just, you're a dickhead. So I like him as well. So I've unsubscribed. I'll subscribe back to him when I feel appropriate. But until now, he's got a timeout.
He's got a timeout. Loads of people were doing that for clickbait and shit like that. There's so many people have got their hands on it before it actually come out anyway. There was I even at some point a couple of days ago flicked through a TikTok live of someone playing Tears of the Kingdom. This was on like Tuesday or something like that. Obviously I don't care, but I scrolled away because I didn't myself want to gain any knowledge before Steph. I was like, I don't want to know anything about this game at all. I want to hear it all through Steph and through you, obviously. So I think it's
You know what's sick about this as well is I didn't do it with Breath of the Wild because I don't know why. I'm very funny with my technology. I'm very not possessive over it, but I'm very anxious that it's going to break. So like I don't like taking things outside. So like I didn't really like take my Switch out when I had Breath of the Wild. Now it's just pretty much in my work bag all the time. So now I think maybe I can play it when I've got downtime at work, and it'll be fun depending on how intuitive the controls are. Predominantly I plan on playing it on the TV, but my main concerns is what I want is I want the world to be a bit more filled, because I felt like Breath of the Wild had a lot of just nothing really going on, and the rewards were not. I didn't enjoy the rewards. It was just like, oh great, I've got a sword that's going to last fucking 2 minutes instead of 30 seconds. That's not a good reward for the bollocks I've just had to do to get it. Do you know what I mean? So that's hopefully the reward system is in a way increased and better. Some side quests would actually have any substance would be interesting and appreciated.
Well, that was in one of the reviews that you sent me.
I know. I have tried not to review it. Just them little snapshots I've sent. And it was like meaningful side quests, which is good. And yeah, just not just being bland, bro. Just want to run around, enjoy it. Oh, probably my main criticism, on par with Breath of the Wild, which I hated with the weapon durability. My main criticism, on par with that, was the fact of like enemy variety. It was just like it was either a bokoblin or a Lionel, or it was like basically it was a bokoblin. It was either a red one, a blue one, or a green one, and another fucking monster, and then occasionally, some bugs or fucking the odd skeleton, and then like one or two there was like some big monsters. Like I need more. I like loads. Like Elden Ring. Look how many different enemies there are.
Yeah.
I need loads of variety. I don't like just because it gets very boring fighting the same fucking monsters over and over again. The combos in Breath of the Wild were very fucking boring. It was just like swing, swing, bang, swing, swing, bang. There was nothing to it, So all these little things, I'm hoping they've built on. If they have, then yeah, it seems that they have, because everyone's just like, masterpiece, best game ever made, blah, 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 blah. Which, leads me to think that it's probably going to win Game of the Year.
It's not, but it is a big game.
What do you think's going to win Game of the Year?
Hogwarts Legacy. But we've been over this.
Yeah, I know, but it's
we've
such
been
a
over
strange
this. No,
thing.
it's
I
not
wonder
strange,
if you
it's
can
not,
dress yourself.
It's not,
to be honest with you.
it's not a strange thing at all. I will say the same thing that I've already fucking said to you. I think Tears of the Kingdom deserves Game of the Year. I think it surpasses anything that has come out this year, and I think it will be tippity top. However, the politics surrounding Hogwarts Legacy, of which I can't really be bothered to get into, I think will push it over the edge. I feel. Because I feel that there's too many people that will want to piss off other people, so we'll make it Game of the Year to piss off a load of other people. Because that's what a lot of gaming communities are like. They like to just fucking piss people off. And the boycotting that was around Hogwarts Legacy, I think that's like the perfect fuck you that a lot of people want to see, is you wanted to boycott this game, so we've now made it Game of the Year. And I just feel like that it doesn't deserve Game of the Year. It was a very good game, but it weren't Game of the Year material. If it, as I've said before, if it didn't have Harry Potter attached to it, it wouldn't have been as good as it actually was. I think there was a lot of hype around. There was a lot of weight on the shoulders of that. So yeah, I just think that Hogwarts Legacy will take Game of the Year because a lot of people will vote for it just to piss other people off. But for the same reason, for the same way of me saying that, there's also a lot of people that will vote anything but Hogwarts Legacy to piss off a load of other people. So it's a slating match on that one, and I just think that the gaming community will clinch it on that one, I think. But Steph made a good point saying that the people that play Hogwarts Legacy, not every single person that played Hogwarts Legacy is necessarily going to be a gamer. However, almost everyone that plays Zelda is a gamer. So therefore, when it comes to things like Game of the Year, those types of people give way more of a fuck than the people that have just picked up Hogwarts Legacy because it looks fun and they're not really that into gaming. They've just thought they'd give it a go. That's not taken away from those people. It's just proper gamers give more of a fuck about Game of the Year than
I think
else.
the total opposite of I agree with Steph. I think the total opposite of what you say is why it won't, because of the outcry. I don't see the outcry turning in its favour in any way, shape or form. I just saw a funny thing from IGN about Tears of the Kingdom, and it said the developers of Tears of the Kingdom found exiting the long and winding caves in the game so tedious that they essentially would hit an escape button that was available to them in a debug version of the game, before later deciding to just include an ability in the game that lets you do it, i.e. the one that lets you just walk through the floor.
Yeah.
So that was implemented because they got sick of fucking trying to find a way out of the caves.
Wow, so they thought rather than fucking make the caves a little bit easy to access, they thought we'll just come up with this
what
escape route.
What I found as well before I turned that review off was that the geezer said he's like 70 hours in. He hasn't finished it. And the world is, he says, minimum twice as big. The fucking game is humongous. Like Breath of the Wild, Hyrule is huge. Twice as big, that is mental. And, is that above or is that below? I'm
Is
excited.
that good or bad?
Well,
Because if you're harping back to what you've said, if Breath of the Wild was seen as somewhat empty, and now they've made that world twice as big, if not a little bit more. That's a tall order to try and fill that with exciting things.
well, the thing is, it might not have felt empty to everybody.
No.
Now, the reason I feel it was empty to me is because, as I say, I was put off of exploring because, as I said, the rewards were so shit. So I was just like, I don't really care to go in it. Whereas in Elden Ring, I'm like, oh, what's in that cave? I'm going to go and have a look.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, I'm like, guaranteeing that cave all it's going to be is a sword.
But I think you'll also be amazed at how much a flying vehicle will negate the need for filling a certain space with lots of enticing things. If you can fucking fly around places, it's way more entertaining than I would rather be able to fly from place to place in a machine that I've built that looks fucking wacky than ride on a horse or on foot through an area that has a couple more things to make it more exciting because I'm having to ride through it. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So and obviously this is a lot of it's in the air, it's in the sky, so it may be twice as big. Are they accounting for the fact that it may be twice as big because it's also twice as big vertically?
I don't think the Sky Isles are like anything. I think the Sky Isles are essentially what the shrines are going to be. I mean, they're tiny little islands from what I've seen, and people spoke about in preview events. They're like, oh, here's a little island. Let's pop over to that one if I can get over there. Let's build a flying. They're like little puzzles up there. But it's been heavily rumoured that there's a whole nother map underneath Hyrule. So there could be like, the subterranean level in Elden Ring. There could be more of that. Well, I've just noticed, got a notification that which I completely forgot about, is my Tears of the Kingdom amiibo's being delivered today.
Yeah, Steph got that. Cool.
I cannot wait for that. Very sick looking thing.
When she did Breath of the Wild, she had all of her amiibos set up next to her.
Yeah,
get chests scanning. Yeah.
Get chests. Annoyingly, you know me, won't open it.
Yeah.
So the amiibo's going to be pointless.
Yeah, Steph contemplated that as well, and she said you can't. Nintendo have done it so that you can't scan it until it's out the box as well.
So well, you can buy them on eBay, just the codes, so you can scan them without thing. Yeah,
but already those amiibos are double, triple the price on eBay than what they actually sell for.
Of course. Doesn't surprise me, scumbags. The amiibo is very cool. Also, I don't know if Steph knows, but it's got a cool implementation in Tears of the Kingdom, whereas it reads your save data from Breath of the Wild, and it will put your horses from Breath of the Wild in your stable in Tears of the Kingdom.
She's going to fucking love that if she doesn't already know that.
If she's got a horse named
Yes, she does.
Stinky Log or whatever.
It's called Mini Egg. She's fucking obsessed with it, and in Breath of the Wild, she wasn't expecting your horse to be involved in the last fight, and I heard her scream because she's like, no, Mini Egg. So I don't know if she does actually know that. Oh god, if she doesn't know that, she's going to be so gassed when she hears that because she fucking loves that horse. She's like, I have more affinity with this horse than you.
So names, name, look, and everything will be transferred, and that horse will be in thing. Yeah, which is really cool.
That is cool,
and I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah,
because I had a horse called Roach from Witcher.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this is a completely new Switch. So
What do you mean?
Well, I've got a new Switch. When I had Breath of the Wild, I had an old Switch. I sold it.
What, is it not cloud?
No,
not saving the cloud.
It's a completely different account as well.
Oh.
So everything, I haven't even got Breath of the Wild registered.
Oh,
to that
sadness.
Thing. So, eat shit and die, I guess. But
yeah,
I'm not that bothered. I'll find a new one. I'll find a new one and I'll call it Big Fat Mini Egg.
I didn't know that you could. I didn't know
ants.
that you can only have one Animal Crossing island per Switch as well.
Yeah, mental, isn't it?
I find that crazy. I can't wrap my head around that. When you've got cloud saves and things like that, I don't understand why you're limited to one.
Because people will fucking cheat the system, wouldn't they? Like,
Yeah, but they already do with shit like that.
Yeah, I know, but they'll cheat it even more than they already do. I don't know. Who gives a fuck, really? But there you go. It's a single-player game, essentially, and it's just a fucking It's a great little game, fun little game if you're into that. And I played it, and I was like, yeah, I can see why people like it. Not my jam, but I can see why people like it.
It's not single player. You can visit other people's islands.
Yeah, I know, but essentially, it's a single player game.
Yeah.
But the whole point of Animal Crossing is to get Nook Miles, get more coins, whatever it's fucking called, and keep buying new stuff and upgrading. So if you negate a way of doing that by having multiple islands somehow, you've literally ruined the whole game.
Yeah.
And you could ruin other people's games. Or not ruin it, but, it takes away the whole fucking point.
So you can... So your horses can come with you?
I don't know the ins and outs. I saw a thing earlier that said, very cool and unspoken about feature of Tears of the Kingdom is it copies your Breath of the Wild save data and puts your horses into...
She's not going to have it.
She's on a new Switch.
She's on a new Switch?
Yeah, but then...
No.
Is she on the same account, though?
Yeah, it'll be on the same account.
Maybe it might have cloud save.
I must do.
If it doesn't...
That's upsetting if it doesn't.
She's going to have to start it again on her old Switch.
Oh, God.
Who cares? She loves it.
Yeah.
But then she might not care that much. Who
No,
knows?
she definitely does. You
have to let me know.
She definitely does, yeah. Yeah, she must already know. Well, actually, no, I don't know, because she hasn't actually been looking at anything to do with Tears of the Kingdom. For the same reason as you. She doesn't want to see anything. She doesn't want anything spoiled for her. The woman's fucking dressed up as Link for the day. So it's like she's in deep with this. She's all over this shit.
I'm doing this for you, Steph. I don't like it, but I've Googled it. Right, I don't like spoiling stuff. How to transfer your horses from Breath of the Wild to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So it is a thing.
It is a thing. Confirmed.
You might want to use your horses from Breath of the Wild in Tears of the Kingdom. Here's a simple guide now to import them. As a sequel to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom brings a completely new I'm not reading all that. Import your horse. All you need to do to import your favourite horse is a save file of Breath of the Wild on your Switch with the aforementioned companion. Sorry to the dozen of Wii U fans out there, your horses are lost forever. And with Wii U fans, I mean myself. I forgot it came out on Wii U, that's mental. If you have your save data on a different Switch, use the cloud to transfer it over.
Nice.
You really need the data stored locally, otherwise it won't work. Now, you simply go to any stable in Tears of the Kingdom and view your horses. Your old horses will be available to you for riding round Hyrule and relieving the nostalgia we all felt so long ago.
I've just texted her saying you can keep Mini-Egg because I feel like I don't want to I don't want to gatekeep this for a whole hour.
I'm excited for her reaction. I'd like her to come out and do a dance. And then run back in.
I think she
You're
said,
welcome.
She was like, like she said, like, have fun on the pod, and she was like, I said, you have fun playing Zelda, and she was like, no, I'll wait for you. I said, no, don't fucking wait for me. I said, don't tease like that. So whether she is playing it or isn't, I don't know. But
I can't wait. As soon as the kids go to sleep tonight, I've got a big cup that I wait for special occasions when big games come out, and I always say to Jem, tonight's gonna be a late one, and I make a fucking gallon of coffee.
We're all going to be having late ones.
Yeah.
There's a fucking huge update on WoW, so I'm all over that. I'm all over that shit. So we'll all be fucking banging late nights gaming.
Yeah, I like it. And dick pics are going to be exchanged.
Oh, so much penis.
Yeah.
So much penis zoomed in.
No. I don't want to see that. Like that. You know?
Go on.
Has she got a Pro controller? Because you said that she plays with the Joy-Cons, and that gave me an ick.
Yeah, she's got a controller.
I don't like the Joy-Cons.
She flicks between the whole lot. Like, I think she said she will be playing. She'll start playing it on the telly, and then she'll probably move to handheld. Sorry, she's just said, Jesus Christ, a load of crying faces. Life is truly worth living.
Correct.
I just say I couldn't gatekeep it from you.
On days like today, true life truly is worth living.
That's great.
I saw a tweet earlier from Brian Altano, I believe.
She just said, "I've just looked it up and will be immediately doing that as soon as I can."
Yeah, good on her.
Go on.
From IGN, and he was saying that it's a very special game for him because his young daughter, I think she's only 3 or so, they played Breath of the Wild together.
Oh, sweet.
And now this is coming out. And she's like mega hyped for it as well. And I'm like, I need to have that with my children. Tommy goes absolutely fucking buck wild for Astrobot.
For Astrobot,
yeah, you know the game that comes built on PS5. Evelyn plays it. She's almost platinumed it, just playing it herself. She's got like 17,000 coins because she's bought everything you can. You can't buy nothing no more.
That's sick.
And whenever like the PlayStation goes on, because Evelyn's like, can I play Lego Star Wars or Minecraft or whatever? As soon as PlayStation goes on, he goes, Robot. He goes fucking nuts for it. And he ain't stupid. He's only 2. He won't be palmed off with a control that ain't on. If it ain't, he ain't stupid because of the haptic feedback and that. Now it's obvious that controller is the one that's thing.
That's crazy, isn't it? Fucking your kid can differentiate between fucking haptic feedback on the trigger.
I sent you a picture the other day, didn't I, of them both playing Lego Star Wars. And I had one of the most wholesome moments on Tuesday since Tommy was born. Jem sent us in the bedroom because she wanted to mop the floor. So she was like, go and watch fucking Star Wars in the bedroom, you two. So he was watching the cartoon. He sits there, watches it with me. And we was laying on the bed watching the Clone Wars. And the episode finished and a new one started. And out of nowhere, he started doing the theme tune with it. It was da da. He went da 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 da. That's great. I was like, yes, you are truly my son. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, Jedi.
So may the Force be with you.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was gassed. I'm a huge fan.
I'd do the same thing if I had children. I'd be fucking getting them straight into gaming. I go, there you go. There's some Funko Pops. There's a controller. Off you go.
I genuinely think it's a fantastic thing. I think, obviously, in moderation, don't go silly with it. Don't go silly bollocks. But Evelyn she's fucking Ratchet and Clank, mate. Mastered it. You know, the jet boots, the double jumping, the gliding.
Yep.
Like, yeah, she is fucking. She can do all the puzzles, all them little riffs you go in, and all the jumping shit. Awkward and fiddly. She can do all them, and that was like a year and a half ago. So 3.5, 4. She was doing it at that age, and I think personally for me, I think that is really good for like hand-eye coordination for the kids.
Yeah.
So her friends come round, or like her Gem's friends' kids come round with them. And if she's playing it or something, they'll be like, "Can I have a go?" And they're like,
they're fucking shit. Them kids are fucking useless on Ratchet and Clank.
I didn't want to say it. But
noobs.
I did.
Absolute fucking noobs is what they are. Compared to your kids, Ash, those little kids, fucking useless.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't say it, but that is true. So they're like, they can't walk in a straight line. They can't work out in their heads that.
They thick. They fucking thick.
Like, bear in mind, some of these kids are like 2-3 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they can't work out in their heads that analog stick moves forward and that one moves the camera.
Yeah.
And Evelyn's like, just do that. And they're like, you know what I mean?
Give me
like,
the fucking control.
Yeah, and it's like, I know it's just a computer game, but I really think.
No, I think gaming.
For hand-eye coordination.
I think gaming's good, man. As much as people hate them, Fortnite kids with the building.
They're
on fucking smack, man. There's something else going on there because it is crazy. I think, admittedly, I think too much gaming for children can be a thing. They need to have a balance of both things, touching grass and playing games.
Oh, I know that because too much gaming for me.
Yeah.
I know I overindulge.
But I think that gaming for not even just for children, just for anyone, is so good. It's so fucking good.
I also think that it gives them, like I say, great hand-eye coordination and is fantastic in the development of problem solving.
Yeah.
Because there's puzzles in these games, puzzles in Ratchet and Clank. There's puzzles in, not necessarily puzzles, but more things you need to, do in a certain order on like Astrobot's Playroom or whatever it's called. And she plays Minecraft. She plays Lego Star Wars, which in its own right is difficult.
Yeah.
Because she goes around collecting the minifigures and the bricks and the mini sets or whatever, like all the collectibles. Some of them are like really confusing. You have to do
you've
certain
got a little
characters.
fucking completionist on your hands.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it, and I like watching her do it. It's enjoyable because it gets a bit frustrating. I'm like, how can you not tell that's what you need to do? But you know, she's 5.
How can you not fucking figure it out?
But then when I sit back and look and go, like the fact that she's worked these things out is mental.
Yeah.
Because there's things that she's done, and I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. Genuinely.
Yeah.
She's gone places in Ratchet and Clank where I was like, I didn't know you could get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's really, I love it.
It should encourage. Yeah, definitely.
I do. I just try to
encouraging
do
that
it in
shit,
moderation.
Man. Yeah. But that's sick. And then when she's older, she'll become a streamer, and then incredibly famous, and then we can all ride on the coattails.
Yeah. It annoys me that someone's going to end up marrying my daughter and she's going to be into games. It annoys me that I haven't got a wife that is into games.
But your missus is extremely supportive.
Oh, 100%
of it.
100%. I'm blessed.
Yeah,
by that.
for someone who doesn't necessarily go, which even then that's a lie because she does game, because she's played all the fucking anthology series.
Well, she's played a little bit of some because we never end up getting through them. But
yeah, but still,
she liked watching. There's a geezer called Rad Brad on YouTube. She likes watching him play all horror games.
Yeah, man. See, so it's fucking. I think you can be a gamer without necessarily having to play games all the time. Yeah. I think if you're just into that type of thing, if you're in that world,
we're just too over the top, aren't we? We're nerds. We're like next level, isn't it?
I don't even think we're next level if I'm perfectly honest. Because some of the people and you would have encountered it on Destiny. There are people that play these games that fucking know everything.
Yeah, but if I didn't have a wife and kids, mate, I would not leave my gaff and I would be playing for 18 hours a day.
Yeah, in comparison...
That's a lie, I wouldn't. I'd stop for food.
I fucking wouldn't. World of Warcraft, yeah, there's definitely people that I have played with in the past that are far more nerdy than I am, but I am, with what's going on in this game at the moment, I am heavily... leaning towards becoming one of those nerds because it's just gobbling me up. I love it so much. I'm
nowhere near as nerdy as I used to be when I was younger because I can't now. Even if I wanted to and no one was at home, I just get headaches. I get headaches and my eyes get strained and I know you laugh, my wrists hurt and I just can't. And I need to take a break. But if I'm not gaming, I'm either like watching people play games or I'm watching Star Wars or I'm doing something fucking nerdy.
I think you're more nerdy than I am.
I agree. But then you play World of Warcraft, I think that just notches you up 10 straight away.
I think you're more, it's like we're just fucking sucking each other's dicks sitting here. I think you're more into the lore kind of fit. That you absorb that way better than I do.
I love
way
lore.
Better than I do. Whereas me, like you talk about the lore on WoW, I know a bit, but really not a lot in that vast universe. I'm just there for fucking big numbers. I want to be on the top of whatever I'm doing, and usually I am.
I'm the opposite. So theoretically, right, Diablo comes out next month.
Yeah.
Realistically, we're both going to be playing that.
Yes.
If it's crossplay, we're probably both going to be playing it together.
Yes.
You're going to chase numbers.
Yes.
I'm going to read up about all the cool characters.
No, I'm going for the numbers 100%.
Exactly.
I want the highest gear. I want the biggest numbers.
Exactly.
That's it.
We're going to come across a fucking a boss or something. I'm going to be like, he's sick, and I'm going to Google him, and he's going to be in the games that were previous, and I'm going to read all the lore up about it. Yeah, I'm going to kill it as well. But you know what I mean. So
I'm just going to kill it.
You are right.
I'll just have that out.
I love a backstory on characters. Anyway, let's move on. We've been fucking chatting shit for ages.
Hold on, I need a piss. Sorry, I completely killed the mood there by really needing a piss.
Dead Island 2, hit me.
Oh, Dead Island 2. I think it is a very good game. I think Dead Island 2 is a hell of a lot of fun, but ultimately I would not pay full price for it.
And he didn't.
I didn't, to be fair. No, I got it when it was discounted on Amazon, and then I had I think a $5 off because I watched something on Prime Video. I think the graphics are great. The combat is very fun. The gore is, I've never seen stuff like it. It's so fucking gory.
I wasn't saying that when you said you got it for a full price. You got it for free, essentially.
Oh yeah, I got it for free.
Because
I played it, completed it, and then returned it.
Mental.
Thanks, Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, Amazon will fucking let you return anything. Obviously, I don't think I can do that all the time because I'm sure that will flag up. They go, this geezer's buying stuff on a weekly basis, but the only stuff he returns is video games. But yeah, you can play the entire thing online with other people. I did none of that. You can set your session to public so anyone can join you, and I did for about an hour and no one joined, so I thought, oh, fuck it.
Like Dying Light.
Yeah, and I after like an hour of doing it, I was like, you know what, I don't really want someone popping in randomly and fucking about. So I was like, I'll just close it off. Mark hadn't bought it, so he would have been the only person that I would have like jumped on it with. He's got it now. In hindsight, I should have just sold the fucking game to him or just given it, but hey ho, there it is. The story is nothing special. It really isn't anything great. The side missions are somewhat pointless. The rewards from the side missions are very cool, but the actual need to do them is very minimal. You can go and do stuff. What I got annoyed with is obviously there's loads of different sections of the map, like Venice Beach and like fucking Hollywood Boulevard or whatever, and a lot of the side missions within certain areas or like hidden chests and shit like that are locked away by certain keys and shit that you don't get until further into the story or when you're in a different zone, and the gaps between that, too much time has passed for me to remember that I've got this key, so I need to go back to this place in this exact location. So a lot of stuff was sort of like skipped over. The character selection's quite cool. It's just funny, and it's just comedic hack and slash zombies. I saw a thing before I started playing it, a review saying that the weapon mods system was very boring and bland. I thought it was really fucking good. I really liked it. I found my niche weapon. It was knuckle dusters. And the speed on these motherfuckers, like you were just swinging mental with these things, and they were like fire ones, so it was setting things on fire. And if I had this perk card where if I killed something with a status effect on, they'd blow up. So because I'm fucking setting everything on fire and then killing it so quick, everything's just blowing up around me. It was fucking everything was going mental. It's a very fun game. The story, the ending, without spoilers, wasn't great. It ended very, very abruptly to the point where I turned around to Steph and was confused because neither of us knew if we'd actually finished the game or not, and then the credits started rolling. So I feel like that is a very blatant push for DLC because it's a very cut ending. It's almost like it cut mid-scene. So there's shit there that you could very easily have a DLC for, which I think is a bit fucking yeah. Because it's a very short campaign as it is anyway. It's about 15 hours worth of gameplay. I think I did it in about 20 something. So the room for DLC is there. The leveling system, you get different perk cards, like ground stomp and I don't know, extra damage to attacking limbs and shit like that, or you can fly and kick and you can send them into the air, or you can fucking knock them down instead. There's loads of different things which made a really nice variety of how you fight these zombies. The difference in what the zombies were like was quite impressive. I definitely didn't feel like I was just killing the same type of thing over and over again, even though they were very, very samey. It didn't feel like that. I don't really know how to explain that. I think it was a good game. I just wouldn't pay full price for it. It's not a 60 quid game.
It's lucky you didn't then.
It's lucky I didn't. I wouldn't pay 60 quid for it. I reckon maybe like if it's there for like 30 odd quid, I reckon go for it because it is a very good fun game. It's just if you're looking to get it for in-depth story and side missions that actually mean something, then you're in the wrong place. If you're looking to beat the shit out of zombies and have blood going fucking everywhere and guts, and for funny quips and shit like that, then Dead Island 2 is the game for you.
Apologies, Lengdog's review for that was supposed to be out last week, but the reason it isn't is because he forgot, and that's just the way we operate. So
no, I hadn't finished it.
Yeah, but you said you didn't even talk about it last week.
I didn't say fuck all about it.
would you say that I'm not going to play it? I might do if it's like heavily discounted. There's nothing out. It's not for me really. But curiously, do you think it's better than Dying Light 2? Or
No, not at all.
Because I really like Dying Light 2.
Not at all. Dying Light 2 is such a good game. Funnily enough, Mark couldn't get on with it, which I don't really get because we rinsed the first Dying Light.
So good. Underrated, man.
Dying Light 2 was fucking sick, and I think in the night mode in Dying Light 2 compared to because obviously you have a day and night cycle on Dead Island 2, it carries like the same sort of like energy. You're aware that it's nighttime. I don't think a lot changes in the nighttime on Dead Island 2, but it felt eerie, like, oh, I'm on my own here, like this is a bit but no, it's not. They're two completely different games. But
which is crazy because from the outside looking in,
they
on
look
the surface,
the same.
They look so alike.
Yeah, no, they're so different.
Because I think a lot of the developers from whichever came first switched over to the other company. I think they were like at one point created by the same. And they branched off into one another. I believe that to be correct.
I think the story and everything in Dying Light 2 is so much more in depth. You have a much greater attachment to what you're doing.
It's interesting that they also released their massive gore update the same day that Dead Island 2 came out.
Of course,
because
they did.
It also added like the limbs coming off and like because it's got a really cool feature where like you cut through their skin essentially on Dead Island 2, right? So. They're trying to add a bit of that.
You can, if you stagger a zombie in Dead Island 2 enough, it comes up with a prompt where you can basically fucking one-shot them, and it changes per weapon you have. And like my favourite one is like a knuckle duster type weapon, because you essentially punch your fist through their face and rip their eyes out. It's crazy. But the graphics and the detail of it is fucking mental. It really is. Like if you hit a zombie in their stomach, there's intestines and shit that are flying out. Yeah, that's
what I meant. Yeah.
There's all sorts of shit. You can slice their heads in half and stuff like that, and you can snap their arms. For a gore point of view, if Dying Light had that level of detail in terms of gore, then fuck me, it's crazy. But yeah, two completely different games. Both 100% worth playing, but Dying Light 2 is the kind of game where I would be happy to pay full price for it, whereas Dead Island 2, I wouldn't want to pay full price for it.
I think that says all you need to say about the matter. Also,
I feel like Dead Island 2 needs an auto loot system because there's so much shit to pick up, but it's very tedious because I feel like the imaginary circle around items which you have to be within for it to prompt you to pick it up is too small, so you have to like properly be looking at shit to pick it up, and with so much stuff knocking around for a first person view game, it was starting to get a bit annoying.
Yeah, I can see that. Warzone and Call of Duty in general, I got back into it a little bit this week. I've been playing with the boys solely because they have brought out a ranked mode. Now, that is it, really. They've changed a few bits here and there, but you cannot put a price on playing for something. Like, Warzone was always fun to us. We always enjoyed it. Warzone 2, not so much, but still, it was all right. But it comes a time where you're just like, it's just, who cares?
Yeah.
I die.
Yeah. What's
but now, there's a reason you unlock cosmetics. You can finish in higher ranks. The longer you stay alive, the more points you get. The higher the rank you go, the more kills you get, the more assists you get. So whereas it's like that, there was a telling moment yesterday. I was the only one alive. We're playing trios, and instead of trying to Jason Bourne fucking heroic it myself, because it doesn't fucking matter, I sprinted to a buy station at high risk to myself and brought one of my teammates back, and then 2 seconds later I got shot and died. But I sacrificed myself to get another geezer back in, or my mate back in, and then to try and prolong our lives. And yeah, so instead of just being like, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to try and take everyone on, Rambo it, you try and play a bit more tactically. And I'm much more suited to tactical gameplay as opposed to fast-paced, jumping round corner, fucking slide cancelling bollocks. I'm much more like, well,
that shit was such a killer.
Camping, essentially, but we don't call it that. Clarky calls it tactically waiting. So that's
we're tactically waiting.
We tactically wait at windows, waiting for people to run past.
That sliding round corners and like slide cancelling and all that type of stuff, I find that so fucking annoying. It's so sweaty, man.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's so shit. I wish that Battlefield 2042 had actually kept the world in the palm of its hands rather than holding it and then slapping it against a wall and then smearing shit on that wall with the world attached to it. Because if they had managed to keep that game afloat and keep it as good as the hype had thought it was going to be, then Jesus Christ, because that game was fucking great.
I think it is. I think they're doing another season. Yeah,
of course they will.
It's got a lot more, much larger player base. They've fixed a lot of problems. It's just going back to it now is difficult.
I think if you've got EA at the helm, I think you fucked it.
I can't really disagree with you there. Apart from Jedi Survivor and that, it's hard to disagree.
I think when you got a,
I'll never forgive them for cancelling Battlefield 2 so early after they fucked the loot box fiasco. Because that game, as I say, every Star Wars fan is just like, this could have been our game. Yeah. Could have been our game.
We want Titanfall 3 for fuck's sake.
I want Battlefield.
Where the fuck is
3.
that?
Battlefront 3. Now.
Did I send you the video of the Battlefront mod of like people flying around in ships and stuff and having like co-pilots and all that type of shit?
No.
Oh, it looks so fucking cool. It looks so cool.
I love it.
I think someone was like, it really tells something when a bunch of unpaid modders have made a better game than. I
watch so many Battlefront videos now. Still, people playing modded servers, and they've got like all the Clone Wars characters in there. Yeah. They've got so many additional heroes, and I'm just like, EA could have released one of these a month,
but they
and charged, and people would pay it. But no, they went down the fucking loot box bollocks.
Yeah,
and the annoying thing is for Star Wars fans is like that was our online game. And they could have monetized the shit out of it properly, but they didn't. And when they finally turned the corner and sorted the game out, they went, that's it now. Well, no, it's working now. It's cool.
Yeah.
You've took the shit out and you've sorted this out.
Yeah,
let's cancel it. Just like, you fucking have a laugh.
Yeah.
So now it's just dead.
It's
so annoying.
Basically, we've made our money from these loot boxes, and you've all complained so much that we're now going to stop them, but we've made a load of money and we're running away.
It makes me very angry.
You fucking money-grabbing little cunts.
Yeah, so as opposed to playing Warzone previously to that, I was back on my Star Wars hype.
Yeah.
Because Fortnite had a Star Wars event is happening again because of May the 4th be with you, of course.
Of course it did. How much money did you spend on skins?
Nothing. Because I already had Fortnite fucking V-Bucks on there.
Right.
So I just went, yeah, I'll buy Anakin. And then I did the adult thing of not buying the pack that's got all the crap with it I don't want. I just bought Anakin because that's all I wanted. And then I proceeded to not play with him anyway.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been playing that. Been having a lot of fun. You can get lightsabers. You can... Oh, it's just sick. I wish it was in permanently like that. That's the annoying thing. The best Star Wars game you can play at the moment online is Fortnite.
It's Fortnite.
It's fucking stupid. It's all fucking stupid, like. I think that's about it. How long have we been talking for? Ages.
Well, we've done about an hour.
Yeah. That's all you're fucking getting. Unless you want to pay, dickheads.
Yeah, there was a couple of things that I felt like dropping in this episode, but I'm gonna bang them behind a paywall.
Good, fucking right. Ain't been funny. We had a fucking banging episode last week. Absolutely banging. I'm not even going to tell you what it was about.
It was a good episode.
We got a lot of reviews on it. People saying this is fucking sick.
Yeah,
more of this shit.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. And we're going to do another one probably.
It was a nice little change of pace on that one. Yeah, I very much enjoyed it.
Me too.
Now, if you motherfuckers want to hear that episode, you're going to have to pay for it, ain't you?
It's worth it.
You're going to have to pay for it.
1 month worth.
You're going to have to pay £5 for 1 month, and that gives you it gives you instant access to 20-something episodes. Is it 2021?
Don't know.
Exclusive episodes.
One a week.
Each one being
top
a
of
minimum
this.
of 30 minutes long. Some of them are close to an hour of just us talking about all sorts of different stuff. It's great.
But it's worth £5 just for last week's episode, I think.
It was a good episode, wasn't it?
It was
I really liked
cracking.
that. I think
I
that.
enjoyed
I
it.
think we did about an hour on that one as well.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's interesting. Not
It was
just
very interesting.
yeah. Well, I was going to say what it's about. 'cause
There was
you have to
there was a lot of community engagement on that one.
yeah.
It presented a lot of questions that other people could answer. It was great.
Yeah.
So if you want that, patreon.com/what's the buttons. £5 a month. You can fucking, or is it? I think it might be £4.50. You know,
I don't know.
I think it dropped it down. So yeah, you can have that. You can have exclusive episodes, one every week. If you don't want it, that's fine. But just know that you're missing out on some serious shit.
Yeah.
Some absolute shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fuck off and do that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. See you later, everyone. Hooroo.
All right.